about the Don Lemon thing, but he's a sleazebag. Everyone's known that. He's a washout. Probably, from his standpoint, the best thing that could happen to him. He's getting, he had no viewers. He was a failure. He was a failed host.
President Trump there on Air Force One talking about ex-CNN anchor Don Lemon. Officials arrested Lemon over his involvement in an anti-ICE protest that interrupted worship at a Sunday service in Minneapolis. But that didn't stop Lemon from enjoying Grammy weekend in L.A. There he is. A nice little dinner. Let's bring in former Trump attorney Christina Bobb. Christina, great to see you this morning. So Don Lemon vows to keep reporting on the protest despite his arrest and claims he was there only as a journalist. What do you think?
Well, he's going to have to prove that in court because journalists typically, as your prior guest said, typically stay outside of the action. They're not actually the ones going up to the pastor doing the harassing. And I think the pastor will actually be a very key witness in all of this. Do you feel like Don Lemon was there as a journalist, or was he the one that was harassing you? Was he the one that was terrifying? Was he participating in the confrontation of your congregation and of the children in your congregation? So he can say that he was just there as an independent journalist. I also think the fact that he put it out on the internet and everybody can see what was happening was he wasn't there, reporting the facts as an independent journalist. He was participating in the harassment, and that's the part that's illegal.
Yeah, and there are a lot of witnesses there as well that I'm sure will be called to testify. And Don Lemon was asked about his arrest in a recent interview, asked about attacking those churchgoers who were simply there to pray. Take a listen.
And I think people who are, in the religious groups like that, it's not the type of Christianity that I practice, but I think that they're entitled, and that entitlement comes from a supremacy, a white supremacy. And they think that this country was built for them, that it is a Christian country, when actually we left England because we wanted religious freedom. It's religious freedom, but only if you're a Christian and only if you're a white male.
Okay. Wow. It was a Christian church. They were praying. They were holding the Bible. That's the kind of Christianity that I know about. This case hinges on the FACE Act, which protects access to places of worship, and it protects people while they are praying in their church service. What do you make of his comments there?
Well, I think he and many radical leftists hate white Christians, and they don't believe white Christians should have the same rights as everybody else. I mean, if white people had stormed into a black church doing that, rightfully, the media would be outraged, and rightfully, people would see it for what it is. But because the left looks at this and says, oh, I have the right to free speech, I'm a journalist. Yeah, that's true, but you don't have the right to infringe on other people's rights, where white Christians actually have the right also to peacefully assemble and worship the God of their choosing. And so this is an attempt to strip white Christians of the same protections that everybody else in the country has.
And clearly Don Lemon is not bothered by his arrest. He should be, because the charges seem pretty serious. But he spent the weekend enjoying the Grammys as well. And he's not the only one to make waves at the Grammy Awards. We know that the president took to True Social after one of the stars' comments really caught his attention, saying, quote, the host, Trevor Noah, whoever he may be, said incorrectly that Donald Trump and Bill Clinton spent time on Epstein Island. Wrong. I can't speak for Bill, but I have never been to Epstein Island. And until tonight's false and defamatory statement, never have I ever been accused of being there, not even by the fake news media. I'll be sending my lawyers to sue this poor, pathetic, talentless dope of an MC. He says he's going to sue him for a lot of money. Does the president have a case here? What do you make of this?
Yeah, Trevor Noah will have to prove that Donald Trump was on Epstein Island. You can't make those public statements, those very defamatory statements, if you can't back them up. And I don't think he's going to be able to back them up. There's a lot of talk about the Epstein files that came out and the information that's in there. Trevor Noah is going to have to prove the exact statement that he made, and I don't think he can. I don't know if he can. We'll see. But I have no doubt President Trump is going to sue him and the network.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Christina Bobb, thank you so much for taking the time this morning.
Thank you very much.